Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Monday, the 28th day for this month of August 2023. My name na Capo Daniel, una own countryman, Mr. No Connie, Sense Pass King. Una welcome to our daily podcast, a program where it bring una the truth, it bring una meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we waka for this journey to our freedom, to the independence of Ambazonia. Our good people for Ambazonia at home and abroad are bring una revolutionary greetings. We go start today for remind our people them for Ambazonia. Say Mancho BBC is still there for prison. Somebody where he no be commit no crime, he only crime na say he be protest. At one point he be carry Ambazonian flag. He then be sentenced for multiple long-term prison sentence because of no other thing than this crisis we will dey for inside. You get parents when a teacher wey be the teach for inside Bambili, they ran catchy for nothing because he be carry t-shirt where he write am for they say the diaspora support federalism. He dey for prison. You get Seseko Ayoktabi and co with all a group of lecturer them where they be catch them for Nigeria, bring them for inside La Republic to Cameroon for their dungeon. They are in prison. The war is still going on. The Cameroon government, they still burn villages them. If any man you feel say this war it don't finish, you take you want go for Cameroon government school, so you be Cameroon government teacher. That means say you say step, you don't take yourself or put them for trouble. And they make this announcement. If una nobody take any announcement, why I don't make it seriously? Una take this one. Make no Ambazonian in no go resume work for Cameroon government school. I talk so wait, make no Ambazonian in no resume work for Cameroon government school. All Cameroon government school they don't be banned. September it come next week. There is an ongoing war. Now true say Ambazonian they will get infighting. Some of our group they don't become extremists. So when they don't become excesses, then get problem with our community. But there is one thing where all we Ambazonian they will agree. Say we no fit accept the status quo, we no fit accept the return of Cameroon rule and control or governance of our territory without our consent, without our will, without our right of self-determination. This will not happen. This time, no be the generation of the John Fundis, no be the generation of the GCE bought for protest. This time, na a generation where you don't pick up gun. If you resume Cameroon government work, even now for inside Limbe, Victoria, or for inside Boya, inside Nkambe, make sure say you go stay too for Yaoundé, like that parliamentarian the way they be unelected, and those mayor the way they be unelected, where they stay for Yaoundé, they come back na inside armored car. Because no matter where you are, so long as you enter for any place where Ambazonian soldier and they or Ambazonian Pekin and they go catch you. They go catch you. And then engage with all Ambazonian fighters from the coastal region to the hinterlands, the grass-free area. All of them, they don't agree, including Ambazonian soldier, the way they don't retire, one the way they don't left fight, they don't shoot down for ground. The one the way they active. All comes them, they don't agree. Say any man way he go for Cameroon government school, as a teacher, as a staff, that man, there is no way we can let you go free. It is not just possible. So don't just try. Don't just try. All Cameroon government school, they don't be banned. Me man not even say any picking of a Cameroon government school. I don't caution all of our soldiers, say me any action we then take them in light of this ban where I don't support them. Make it be proportional and make it respect our code of conduct where they upheld the Geneva Convention. So if you decide to put your family, yourself between the Ambazonian fighting forces them and the enemy, that means that you say you sabi. We don't authorize private schools, we don't authorize mission schools, may they open with certain condition them. Me picking the no wear uniform for show respect for those one the way they fight for Bush, for show respect for Pa Fongala for when a senior citizen we see they in La Republic their dungeon. If Cameroon says if Pobia says it don't accept say yes there was a problem, so they issue special status we would then reject them. Say he no correct, he never meet up with our demand, even though we appreciate them, say nothing way he don't recognize and say the problem it be, because before it be the talk say problem he no day. If he says he don't accept the problem it day, why it is he keep Mancho BBC, Penterens, Powerful Ngalafo for prison? Why it is he keep our female prisoner them, woman prisoner the way they catch them in relation to this same thing way, either acknowledge and say now a wrong way be exist, we need rectification. So whether you be a moderate, whether you be, no matter what position you be, we must be in agreement. Say it is not acceptable for us to move on like this, like the so-called normalcy way La Republic is try for preacher. It is not acceptable. So if any man, if you support any action, the action against those who did want time for create this sense of normalcy, it need to be in agreement. We need to all agree. Say we cannot accept the circumstances that we find ourselves inside. We cannot accept it. We cannot. So any man make this message, I don't repeat them, I don't emphasize them, I don't put them for any way where any man feel understand. And where some man go talk say, even blind man said, he didn't know when sun it is set. So make all man in know already this rule them. If you carry a food where you be Cameroon government teacher, you go for school, would they ask even your neighbor them for place where you stay, me they report them. Me they report them. If they no fit take action against you or they no fit arrest you for that school you did for day, they go take that action for you when you come out for that school. Or when you come for cry die, when you go for any place. But we need our population for collaborate, for provide the names of those who did not resume work as Cameroon government teachers. They are banned, they are forbidden. Cameroon government school right now without our consent, after we have rejected all of their election, you doing so will be enabling. You will be enabling, actively enabling colonization of a territory that is recognized as a Category B entity of the United Nations Charters. That said, ladies and gentlemen, I go on to play the audio them for report for our people because this is very important. One of the biggest and most active Ambazonian general them, Pastor Emma, will be na the biggest general for Insa Bamenda, commander, will be for tanker, it don't fall under very funny circumstances them. But I need to report for my people them and I need to play audio them because when soldier it don't trust me, then I get that duty for make sure say in the way if they for bele me people they know him. He go educate the soldier them for tanker and he go educate Bamenda people them. When I remember say all the forces the way they for Bamenda from Alabukam, tanker and any group where they call except say ADF. Now me I be bring them for day. Because the time I be join ADF, none of this group they no be for ADF. Now me I be conjure them, give them reason, talk for them, me them work with me, then decide for stand publicly for talk to them be with ADF. General Cross and I, he be give me that trust because he be know which what I stand for, he be know which I fight for. So now people then this way they be trust my leadership with all their heart. Time when I resign, Pastor Emma call me. He say, Capo Daniel, if you leave this fight, I go leave the fight. If I abacho be accept your resignation, that means say I go leave you. I will call it talk for you. I tell you say no, Pastor, no be so. If you tell me say even if I join Atanganjipo, it go join me. I say there should never be a case where you believe in somebody so much that if you say that if the person join the enemy, you will join that person. No, I will never first of all join the enemy. It will never happen. I will always fight for our people because that is what you are fighting for. I know your heart. Pastor Emma, if he come back for me for some time, can't cry, I will play that audio. If he also get problem with General Okoro, because they be catch General Okoro, his brother, where he be deal with Caillou. And the law for Caillou be being say any man where he be a person where you deal directly with the supplier them for Caillou for give our youths them, for spoil our youths them. That person, there is no way that person will see the day of light. So if he execute General Okoro, his brother, General Okoro be promised he go must kill you. Go up, come down, he go must kill you. So we need to know all the enemy them. No be say we accuse General Okoro because there is no evidence we will know of. We come out for day, but we will not be blindsided and we must speak on behalf of the dead person where you know if he talk on himself. He died on a mission for bring weapons them from ground 1 into ground 0. There ain't be misinformation say he died for inside Bafut. No, he died for inside Northern Akwayade together with General Berlin, where they be killed not be by Cameroon terrorist army, but they be killed now by vigilante. their weapon them, then seize all their weapon. They will not know what's the weapon and they to today. But I go play my conversation with ye when it become for me, and then I be advised he say maybe we'll make some story say he don't die, so that they will stop for follow it, because La Republic be done catch over 14 members of his family. The same type of things and way it happen with no pity they be doing for ye. And Pastor Emma also, it be a little bit controversial, because at one point they be that arrest Pastor Emma. Arrest he come out back for La Republic their hand. Whether na ha it be come out to we no know. But one thing it be sure. Pastor Emma it be get line way it deal with La Republic them for buy weapon them, for buy bullet them. It be get a direct line. So maybe na that line for buy bullet for La Republic their army them. It be make am it come out for the place where it be did. Or they no be identify say it be in a person this way na Ambazonian soldier. But at one point they be catchy. And at one point, he be come back for La Republic the hand, and he be join fight. He be the fight against La Republic. He don't catch La Republic military with hand, finish him. No be one, no be two. So we know say the man will be the fight for Ambazonia. We all he had a political ideology where be the teach our quarter heads them, chief them, our people them for ground zero. Now for fight against La Republic. There is zero doubt about that. He's a patriot. He don't combat against gang, kidnapping for ransom. He don't do his best for his country. He don't die with honor. So I will play this conversation with ye so that make our people they know exactly what will happen before the one can die. And make them know the dynamic around ye, and we will learn a thing or two, make the same thing not happen for another person. So make we always be careful. Any man we get any type of transaction, be very careful, because it open dirty road the way dirty water fi enter for house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even so, sir.
Even a notice for this audio, it cry for the phone call. The phone recording, it be start halfway for the call. So there is a part that is not recorded. It be the cry, it be ready be in tears when he be come with me with this matter.
Miss me, I don't tire me, oh.
Yeah, my brother, when I do be
I don't break me. You did talk with just so anyway, I don't believe say pano, because since the only last time me and this, so me and pano they talk, I need to talk me for you.
So where the talk say pano, it talk now about Ayabacho. So now just for person where they listen, it no be the discuss again with Pa Ayabacho because of my resignation and in reaction to my resignation. So you know be the talk with ye, and when if you understand the background, that's just for information for person where they listen.
Because the query where they give me last time, because of that, send message for you. I don't look back. As I tell you, I don't look back. I don't know, I say, oh, some mistake we don't do, I'm going to the one time you. When only to happen, the way they ever give my own, the way people they ever respond, I don't know.
So just to make people they know, most of our forces them they rely on me on several things things the way be classified one of you already put them for advice, intelligent network, and several other classified stuff them will be very indispensable even before they do even join the ADF. Now through me where they become General Cross and I be bring the soldier them for me in front their baba. They can't take. He said the one for 4 with me. I said no. This struggle will not stand for ADF. So despite which way to go on, we with all that develop relationships, trust, because we don't day for inside the trench together, basically together in the trenches. Anyway, maybe we'll listen for which way they talk. Not be just see all of them. There is no soldier in Tanka where we need to discuss the date. So maybe we'll continue for here.
And I believe since from I don't do my best when it's struggle, I don't serve my best. You know, I know see the highest people when they feel contact, when they feel comfort me and my brother, them that people with me and they fight on daily basis. I cannot talk to the family for how many years I'm avoiding to talk to them because I've been knowing they will catch them. They finally by see they still can catch them. Any person on my cousin or the side where they just discover and say I pass like bike, they don't take a lot of people. They pass through pain because of me. When their wives, their woman, they come for me with picking, they cry. I don't know what to do. Sometimes some everything say this, so it hear me. I don't go knock some man door, take money. I don't go arrest some man for some place without no crime, take money. But I never ever do am. Any person who don't hold on in the name of Barak. And there must be a crime. Me, I not be involved for anything. No, nothing, not the way they only do am for Barak. Where it be illegal with me. I be involved. Or where it don't happen for the tanker. Where no be say one way I could move this one so I no go deny am. But since I hope so, I be tell you say they don't take my big brother.
Yes, I be here. If you don't tell me last time.
That way they don't take before they want to take my big brother. I get my cousin them. I will ever join the home now for either my big brother because I'm saying I'm always get good heart. Me, I will don't call you, come meet me. I put it for them. I talk with you. I tell you say I don't want my communication. Me and you go there for the Bamenda that will know the talk. If you want you know something concern me ask people so that me one day they no can set you up, say me and you the talk, or me no can say me and you the talk. One day they can cash it. I say see how they cash people. Then the only thing I say it is staying up for obsession. You get so many friends when these military people and big people. The only thing I feel the plead you and say as you did for that place, if they catch any person because of me, you will just try to intervene. As far as now our family member or any Okada, because it ever happen na only Okada people them. You just have for the intervene some of those big people, the one that they feel release the person. But for communication, me and you, this my communication, me and you, I know they talk with you.
Yeah.
But finally, they stick a piggy up. The one pick, so I get 9 people for airport. If it been a 8, if it first be 9, that time I come over, I go stay city. For that time, so they release one of my small man because they will know I no go come back. So they release one of my small man. Now the sick are taking my big brother. That time I come back to my small man. They will not release it. So my family, my mommy, them just take it out. And my mommy, they will get up for town. So out of Baminda, they cut. So since they kill my big brother, so if this will not be no side way day. But thank God, I don't know how I follow. One be Sunday after 7 months. We say they don't see for big camp, and that same week where they be see for big camp, they be taking go up station there for prison, and they don't lock you. Remember Jay, so most of these people the way they do for big camp where they don't hold them because of me. BB last Sunday we go make 1 week tomorrow. They will see who won. Where they it go to 10, and then they see who another one again on Tuesday where it go to 11. 8 of them and the people where they get picking them. We are all the thing not happen because of me, so their woman they worry me. And she don't sue. And if you want change number, so I don't want me any of them because they expect you and they expect no, I will send you 1,000, I will send you 5,000. But you go be shocked now. So when you tell people no go believe. The whole day one pass or whole 1 week so one pass. If you get 5,000, you appreciate God with that 5,000. Aside for Bami, and no fit delay that first time will be get access where people be giving money. Black leg don't plenty pass that first time. Since time when they be holding my big brother, particularly he worry me. I know be the talk with ye, but if he worry me, broke me down. I call father, explain them for them. I say I beg. Even I only lasting this where they feel helping me, I get picking them. Meaning no ever take it for my picking them for side the way I get them. Because they want cash all they get and they get it all run. None of them no day. Make them no ever bet. Me they help me for see how they feel even support me with money. Man move my elder brother. They tell me say no, they could do that one. I say okay. I just hope I say that we will see me being at the one way that they ask money. So finally they can't meet up, they can't see my big brother for up. The first time when they see they ask 1.5, I call part them, I beg them, saying that the situation that, and that money they were giving her 2 days. Say they were giving the woman a 2 days, and there was nothing, no person to borrow money from. I tell part them, nobody, they talk say they will get back to me, but no man, nobody ever told me nothing. I say, well, now me, I talk say me the put. But me na man will be die where they be kaji for Ntarikun for that Jambo place key. Now me I will tell passe for the look of things the way I don't observe and the way I know the thing the way they for inside here because of tribalism issue. I know say but me na man this so I see basing either the base na for man con need the man con picking. If they put me control tanker, probably no good day. But if by me the man fi control tanker, who go I go inside like me they push JC like the assistant. Unfortunately, time we Baminda man die, I tell pardon when I put JC. That is the only person because the other one the way they did it, strong soldier they did. But that strong soldier they na soldier the way their food they never stand. I don't feel greasy me they plan them for under the canopy of this boy them did their tribalism. They want and I say make it there talk say ma take over that camp and start the rule so that me they plan order that could and succeed for Kimi. I don't ever tell them say I no go control camp for no reason. I could only day any person where they I could deal with you. When Crosby die, I be there with striker very correct. That picking never ever get problem. Because you know we always say ground. So this week we will do now wait to be a plan. I will tell you say na so. The only time we will get problem for striker will be a time when striker take you will not be the reason if you follow na your own. Since they don't come, a lot of difficulty they were at the gate. The day we advance at the first thing at that time, I know we don't go back for Baminda. I be there for a shimbi. I they talk with the picking and she say the picking and they respect you. When I holler the picking and go adjust. She say who can tell them na say it diverse with them because they detect order from me. Because of that thing in enterprise Ayabacho praise me say ma come back. For say we go balance the thing. I come back. When something the way no correct we supposed to bend this one. When I stand, say okay, this thing is so we get for work. When we walk, by the end of the day, it's just a problem. Say I want to take na power. When I leave and say me spoil, he can't talk for me, he can't call me. Even same na her brother. They think the spoil so they affect na all we. Me I don't push Jesse for time for down several times. I don't talk for my for Jesse. You know say they for the place. I know they even think and say na you. I propose na me. I don't say me they put you for the commander. Me you control we. No be say I the vex, but anything where you don't know, ask question. Yeah, one thing where you fall for the picking and I say you know they should go and the picking they ever been a picking they should go. You know they should go. I don't try preach for them make and they understand say no be all man be man with the whole gun but you ain't no feel whole you get idea, you get on side, you get age, you the reason small we if we gather them together. Now the reason that no be say you bad pass them because when it comes to go for outside or all this thing, you never ever do them. So you know feel all I'm so now the thing this way are the insisting this so make the picking understand say that your position this. No be say the picking no one respect you. When me and Jesse go talk for year 5, he could go talk different thing for pa. I tell you since time where I come back for Baminda after that movement, a lot I find difficult. When I want to talk for Mami Wali, that flow is not there. When I want to talk this, I need to see that flow. I want to see they start bringing some flames, say, me, I don't chop. I don't see 4 million. I don't see so and so you one. As she don't for that, I say, if some man pay for this land, if he put the hands so swear, sir, I will swear we are not looking at anybody. If the fee put some oath for my front, say I don't go take money for person. Chop am. Even like and the person get a crime where the money never enter our coffers. So I could stand, I could sue anything. Since the day where I start all this thing, I start born news way be there for social media we be seeing a population be they do the thing. I stand since those days, since that day up to today. No be today I can't change my mind. I nobody ever agree for 1 second for change my mind. If you feel ask for any village I don't walk the goals always we eye for them, can we found it all come for Bamenda. I have no village, no the way you go stand so come and name people will not be happy. I am a pastor. I should gone. are the two terrible things when it comes to against the work, when you go against the rule. But I discover say the more I the throw for put them, this one tribalism. You want do so. You want do so. The thing the way you see they move on for social media for me that time. Big number they should run for bad to go if they give order. But actually some of the things they not be big number. Not for say cut you short. For this short time, they don't overcash people then concern me. A lot of us then give for Baminda let me say they deploy different forces every day for inside Baminda. This one now for this one only to find me. These people know. When I go Shidon, they are not happy. Things are outside the path. If a lot of things they happen. But when I come for outside, I insist we do not so that now so thank good day. By the end of the day, it become a problem. You want to rule us. Nobody even say that picking them. For that picking them. The problem that the say and better thing. When I'm picking them, they don't even know tanker. Now me, I bring them for inside tanker. Now me so I carry them, so I bring them. I plan them suited the strong can be for Saturday the day today. Even say if I about you, even I hear something concern me, ask me. That has always been my question, my thing. Ask me. Say this one na how. Sometimes the thing I don't do, I be choose I do right thing, but I don't do na wrong. I could say where I be sorry, I be do and so. No hear anything concern me, you conclude that. I did leave peace no day because my cousin the way they don't catch them. They are woman and they for my neck every day they cry money. The one the way they don't beat them when they for hospital. They cry money for me. My other brother, his children and his wife, they ask money for me every day. I don't have money. But when I go Shidon, I hear my brother, they will go for back, go talk for some people, say, when I'm my pastor, in the quack, I take money for people chop. Where I not get no 100 francs to offer for those my people, the way they don't detain them for their woman them. That means, sir, I don't tire. I don't look front. They could call me, tell me, say, look all do with the sea poison. I could gather all we could Shidon, I could talk. Someone picking when they go can't talk, some picking or don't can't tell it for back. But I'm at this way, you see the ground and they so begin to look all with them all. I say, no, I know, boy, I know. But all I say the work must go. Since the day I would decide, say, I know go do me no nothing, I know go talk without no nothing for parachute gun. But I mean that would be very cool. Very cool. No nothing. The day I woke up, papa, tank don't hot. They start say, you see that power? If the work up news, they don't talk to me, they don't fight again. Me they lie low. I do work, I do this. Sir, me say Capo Daniel. All this thing and all this thing you want to hear them. Me I cause infighting. It could bring peace. Me I come on go before GDR. Which place where I give for start for even free? Not even about the people, about only my own people where they suffer, where they don't detain them, they're picking them, they outside, they don't get something for job. Which I feel for this situation, sir.
So, fellow Ambazonian, because of time for the podcast, we could continue for make me be brief. The situation, it will be just too much, especially with the side where the family member, the way they be them. Arrest them for Pastor Imam. The one I hope Pastor will leave church for fight for a country. A very big leader. We don't bring discipline. He don't save the country for fight against kidnapping for ransom. It will be the key. As a matter of fact, now my work will be create that position. Say anti-kidnapping czar, and he the leader of the anti-kidnapping squad for the Bamenda Brigade. So may he so rest in power. As he speak for a grief, make it solve any problem, make any soldier way hear a voice, make it not act with anger, but make it act with wisdom and knowledge. For the type of wisdom and knowledge we Pastor Emma, he be don't always bring them amongst we. God bless you all. Looking out for you.